Hello and welcome to Kombat Cast number 4.
4. I'm surprised we haven't gotten canceled.
The network has not canceled us yet. We are still here for Kombat Cast 4. Many Kombat Casts yet to come.
Many more.
Now today, as you've seen in a lot of our social media, we've said that this one's going to be brutal.
Ality.
We'll get to that. First of all, let me introduce some people who are here with me. As usual, we have Mr. Derek Kurtzik.
Hello, hello, hello.
One of the designers here at NetherRealm, and let me tell you this, a good friend.
I appreciate you.
Ah, come on.
Stop it.
Okay, we got Jen over here on the command center.
Hey, Jen.
Hello.
There we go. There we go.
She got fired up.
She did.
She did.
She's amped. We're all amped for this one. Very excited. And finally, we got Mr. Brian LeBaron, one of the designers here at NetherRealm Studios.
How's it going?
Brian, very excited to have you. Just a quick little rundown of your, a 2-second resume here.
I've been working on MK games since around MK4 days. Before that, I, would drive to the arcades back when I was younger. And before the tournament scene, you would go all the way down 3 hours away to play some people. But
So you've been doing this for a while now.
I've been a big MK fan, and then now I've been working on them for 15, 16 years.
So you got into it by playing really well at arcades, and then now you have a career here for the last 15 years.
Yeah, for the past 15, 16 years, I've been making them.
So those quarters paid off. The quarters paid off.
Quarters paid off.
Awesome.
It wasn't a lot of quarters though, right, with you?
Yeah, it was some.
All right. All right.
It wasn't always the best.
All right, we have a couple, just a few brief announcements. First of all,
We do.
Like we always say every week, we just want to thank you guys for coming out every single time that you do. You're giving us great numbers, and we're glad to be able to show you such awesome footage.
Yeah.
So if you could, as we usually do, if in the next 5 seconds, just go down to the bottom. If you haven't yet, go ahead and click the follow, so you'll get emails from us and know when we're coming online.
Yep.
So we'll give you a second to do that. That's everybody.
Yeah.
I think that's everybody.
Yes.
Thank you everybody for that. On a side note, with that, we have now surpassed 1 million video views on our Twitch page.
Which is good.
That's
Which
pretty
is
good. We're pretty excited about that. That just happened in the last month or so.
That's a
less
big
than month.
number. Yeah.
And
Thank
truthfully,
you.
that's all for you guys coming out to watch the streams. And we love our fans and all the stuff you do for us. And it's great that you're coming to watch us. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, guys.
We got a comic book out again.
Whew! And it's awesome. I am very excited. They're doing such a great job with all the comic books leading up to the launch of our game. And thank you so much, guys, for your support. And be sure you pick it up. I'm sure you can go to the comic book store or download it digitally.
Truthfully, I've been to the comic store in my neighborhood and it's been sold out. So I have it on my iPad. So when I go to bed, I'll just download it and digitally read it. And it's great. So,
And you can zoom in.
Yeah, you can zoom in
great.
really close. So for that, that's all for that. We have received a lot of tweets about the fact we've been showing a lot of the newer released characters' variations.
Yeah.
And, we keep forgetting that there's some characters that have been out since the sort of E3 debut that we really haven't talked about in depth. And we've gotten a lot of people talking about Cassie Cage.
Everybody wants to know about the Miss Cage.
Mm-hmm. And it's very helpful because Brian LeBaron did a lot of work on Cassie Cage.
Yeah, that's right.
And you know quite a bit about her.
Yeah, well, going into early on, we knew that we didn't want to have just some Johnny Cage moves, some Sonya moves. Having a daughter of 2 characters that have been in the games for so many years, we wanted to give her her own unique fight style, gameplay feel, and still give her a little bit of that cocky flavor of Johnny Cage, more military flavor of Sonya, but more in her personality than in her gameplay. But there's definitely some flair and some kind of throwbacks to her parents.
So we're going to do a breakdown of Cassie and her 3 variations to start off our wonderful stream.
So Derek.
Let's do it.
And Brian, we'll discuss it. We're going to start first. Let's go to the let's do Crossroads. We haven't done that for a bit.
Crossroads.
People seem to really dig that one in the last stream.
That's the one we showed last
Tony
time.
Goski, by the way.
Yeah.
They're very throwback to the old school MKs.
Yeah, bodies hanging everywhere.
Yeah.
MK.
MK. That's classic MK. Be sure you don't talk, Brian, during the intros.
I know this.
Oh,
I watch
okay.
the streams.
Oh.
Scorpion,
No red is
you best keep your hands off it.
round 1. Fight.
All right, and so we're in here. So let's start off with what's common across all of her variations. She has the gunshot, right?
Yeah, and her main moves are the gunshots, her flip kick, she has a fly up dive kick. Also you can EX and come down, go over projectiles, which is really handy. That's for the main.
And that's pretty much your common ones.
Yeah, her common overall.
And then of course we've also got a little bit of flair also with some of her special attacks as well, or her normal
That
attacks.
was a kind of little hint of Johnny Cage, a little bit of Shadow Kick, just to end a combo. It's not really a move that she needs to primarily use, but it just kind of gives the flavor of where she came from.
It is definitely a really good string for her to use. Though.
Oh, absolutely.
It's one of the ones that I go to quite a bit.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then exclusive to this variation, she's got air guns as well.
Right.
And then you can do a EX version of that, right?
Right, meter burn throws the third one down at the end.
Right. And then of course she's got her classic. Nothing says dad more than the nut punch.
Right.
Right.
And she'll give you a double punch too. Let me get you some.
Yeah,
She beat up on me there for a little bit so I can get some meters.
There we go.
Oh my gosh, it's like you played Scorpion all your life.
Well, everyone is. It's so funny because all the tweets I get, and I think it's hilarious. Everyone's like, "Can you get somebody on stream who doesn't drop combos?"
No.
I'm like, "No, it's going to be very
No,
difficult to
it's-
do."
Yeah, it's gonna be impossible.
It's funny because you hear about all the tournament players, and they're like, every time they're playing, like, you get tournament jitters.
Yeah.
I get stream jitters, knowing that there's 10,000s of people watching, and I'm
Right.
going to
But
lose in front of everyone.
You also drop combos all the time at your desk.
people are
People are watching this, yeah.
One or two.
I do drop combos on my desk quite a bit.
Yes, you do.
So.
So that, for the most part, is what's unique to this variation.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and go
and
in.
the sunglasses.
And of course the sunglasses.
And the sunglasses.
The stunners, right? All right. Go back to player select, and we'll go over the next variation.
Yeah. Let's do, how about Spec Ops?
Spec Ops, I can definitely do.
Let's do, I think people probably want to see a little Kano.
Oh yeah, see how they talk.
See how they have a little talk together.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some good banter here.
There's some history, some family
definitely some
history
history
there,
there.
so.
Ugh, she flicks him off. She's so rude.
I wonder if we ever showed that.
Scum.
Baby girl, first swing's on me.
They're all gonna be on you.
Round one.
I absolutely think Brian's gonna be the one to talk over an intro.
Yep.
Yeah. He hasn't gotten the gen glare yet, but once you do.
Yep.
I haven't done it yet, have I?
No, you haven't.
You
You've
were
been-
close.
been
You were close there.
I was close.
All right, so with the Spec Ops version, she has
Coming in hot.
the homing drone that she can call in, right? And naturally, she can do it at different distances. She can do a close one. She can do a full screen version. And then, if you do the EX, it actually will distract you. If I can actually do it there, it is. See that big old laser? It's going to get you either way.
So she has if a guaranteed pop up for the most part with a special move.
Right, and then of course she has the American way, which is just an awesome salute.
Awesome taunt, yeah.
Da-dun!
People really, really love that.
Like I would just
sound
love,
related
I
to
would
that.
sit back.
I remember
and just,
asking the sound department for a specific sound that I wanted to go along with that particular move. And what we got was beyond what I was expecting. I'm like, this is awesome.
It's gonna be the trolliest move right there.
I keep wanting to ask the sound department if I can get just a clip of it, so every time I get a text message, it goes.
Awesome.
That would never get annoying. And I can't wait to play people who play as Cassie and just continue when they're just whooping your ass.
Yeah.
Just continue saluting you over and
You're
over
gonna
again.
see it. We're gonna see
Oh
it,
man.
I'm sure.
Oh, I know, and it's gonna happen to me too.
Oh, fruit. So, for the most part, she keeps a lot of her fight style stays pretty much the same across all
Pretty much
variations.
similar, yeah. There's a little bit of a difference, but for the most part, it's
Which is great because once you learn her combos, you can pretty much just play any variation from
right.
that
You can
point
adapt.
on.
You can play runaway with the the Hollywood trade, jump up in the air, throw a lot of bullets around it.
Just do some zoning for the most part with that.
And this one, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, okay.
This one I like also because if you start getting into the run mechanics, like this is a great one for bounce up, run combos.
Oh, yeah,
because
definitely.
you got to pop up anywhere on the screen if you're ready for it.
Totally.
Yeah, Cassia also is more of a run-based character where she doesn't have a straight traditional pop-up.
Right.
Where a lot of her pop-ups are kind of more of a distancey pop-up. It makes you force you to use the run a little bit more. And she's more down in your face type of character.
And we've definitely seen some really cool run combos from the guys in QA.
yeah.
Like where you're like, how do you?
Wow.
All right, sure, you can do that.
Definitely, yes. Like especially with the next one we're gonna show.
Yes.
Brawler. Like I've played Brawler quite a bit.
They're always
Let's-
kind of into the brawlers.
I like
styles.
the
You
guy-
were
the characters who
Grundy's
throw others.
guy,
and you can use your
I guess I can
controller,
just use
it's
my
okay.
controller. Yeah, I've always played characters who use grabs, and I play her well. I think I play her pretty well for me. But then you see the guys in QA doing just crazy run cancels into new stuff. It's pretty awesome.
All right. You want to do
Destroyed
City? Yeah.
This one's pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice touch. There's a little bit of her father's flavor.
Hey, Humpty Dumpty.
Only a fool would speak to me thusly.
Only a dork would say thusly.
Round 1. Fight!
Ah, Brian said something.
Okay, now this one we have. She has a
Tackle
awesome
and punch.
tackle.
That's just embarrassing.
Right.
It's very UFC-ish.
This is new as well. This is just kind of a
we just
newer
added a
move.
newer, gave her an extra grapple here. This trait has mostly been, the variant's been mostly based off of one of the UFC influence.
Right.
Did a lot of research into that, kind of did a bunch of throws. So is that another bat?
She also has. This is awesome too. You can do.
Yeah, in this throw, in the brawler's variant, she also has an air throw.
Right.
It's not in her other variant.
Wait, what do you? Come on, man.
This is
You
too
trying
long.
to? You trying to take me down?
Yeah, we got
Like that?
another
Like
round
that?
to go, man. We got
Come
another
on.
round to go.
Oh, I'm gonna
Gotta
play
do
this
some other
time.
bat.
You're gonna play with Quan
No.
Chi, characters you don't know how to play as.
Totally alive.
There we go.
Now that you say it,
I make violence
quit
look
punching me in the face. I don't want it. Get me out of this
Get
corner.
out of that corner.
Puggles, I need you. See, look at that combo. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You almost, man. Almost got through.
Oh, Puggles.
You got a little Puggles.
Oh man, I'm.
see? Don't mess with Puggles.
Oh, man. Almost got
Hey!
that's not cage flavor.
Come on over.
Alright. Alright.
Uh oh. Uh oh.
Oh, what's going on?
Oh my.
What happened?
Whitey. Stop.
Brutality. Cassie Cage.
Oh.
Brutality.
Brutality.
We're showing that
We're
today?
gonna show brutality today.
What?
As you just saw, we have brutalities now. We're gonna
Pretty
talk
awesome.
to Brian about those here in a second. But first, let us run to a little montage we have to kind of show you how they look.
Suck on that!
So there we are.
We're back.
That is brutalities. Let's chat real quick with Brian
Yep.
about brutalities are a little different than brutalities we've seen in the past.
Yeah, in the previous games there were just like it was a button press, multiple button press. You had to learn this giant string. We wanted to make it much more accessible than that, and maybe kind of fit more with the gameplay.
Right.
It will definitely not affect the gameplay at all, where it won't like cause extra damage or anything like that. You won't have to worry about anything like that.
Now, a lot of them are based off maybe a special move that'll happen, but there's other things that might have to happen before
There
it
will be
happens.
conditions.
Right.
There will definitely be conditions like maybe like something like winning with a round with a throw or.
We
something.
totally talked over those intros. I didn't. I
No,
was quiet.
we were on camera.
Oh man.
Yeah, see.
Dang it.
So yeah, it's kind of like it reminds me of back when like you used to really want to do some babality on somebody.
Right.
That second round when you weren't blocking,
Yeah.
people would know it. There's a lot of stuff in here.
Yeah, you get that feeling a lot. You'll see somebody trying to throw you at the end of a round. You're like, I know what you're trying to do. It's kind of that old school arcade feeling when you know somebody's not throwing fireballs. You know they're trying for that babality. You're like,
Right.
It brings me back to that arcade days when I was like, wow, I know you're trying to do something. I'm not gonna let you do it. And it has a lot of that kind of humiliation factor. Somebody just did that to you, especially you can imagine the tournaments or on the
Right.
streams.
And some of them have multiple things you have to accomplish.
Yeah,
and-
there's different levels of difficulty. Some
Right.
will be harder, but majority of them will be not too challenging. But there'll be definitely requirements. You
Right.
have to do.
Can you give us an estimate on how many brutalities are in the game?
There's over 100 in the game.
Over 100.
Over 100.
That's
brutalities.
From what I can
ridiculous.
say, yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's over 100 brutalities in the game. We're actually going to try to do a couple of them live here.
Yep.
Don't try to guess what we're doing here to make them happen because we've changed some of the stuff so you won't be able to tell yet.
Yep.
So so you have to find it out later, maybe find a way to unlock them, do something. There's a lot of things you're going to learn later about how brutalities work. But right now we're just going to kind of maybe show you a couple.
Yeah, we're going to run through a few characters, different versions of brutalities, and hope you enjoy. Let's do it.
Yep. All right. So let's see what Ermac can do, huh?
Tyler's extremely happy because he gets to finally show off his Ermac.
Yeah, I don't play this variation as much as others, but yes. Oh, here we go. I'm watching. I remember how it repped out from last time when I got destroyed.
Well, it wasn't really destroying you. It was just more of keeping it to the basics, is what I like to call it. Block. And,
It hurt my feelings.
And throws.
Yep.
I did a lot of those.
You did, yes.
Right. And that's what I call the winning formula, frankly.
Right. It was, and we do have another matchup coming up today.
Yes, we do.
So-
We'll see who takes home the belt today, Tyler.
Well, here we
My
go.
money's on Tyler today.
You are a fool.
Oh,
Oh. So you can imagine, like, if you get in that at the end of a swaggy combo, like how much a crowd will just blow up,
Yeah,
right?
you'll be able to, like, combo into brutalities as well.
Right.
Whenever it makes sense. And,
right. But one of the most important things, and you mentioned it earlier, which I think we just kind of to rehash, that these brutalities don't do any extra damage
Nope.
over anything.
Right.
Like,
They're definitely not going to give the player an advantage if you're at the end of
Right.
the match and you're like, oh, I'll do a brutality, you get more damage out of it. It's
Right.
not, it doesn't affect that.
well, I'll tell you, there is a character that I've been playing with, an unannounced character,
Yup.
where someone I've been playing with has noticed that I keep doing the same thing because it's one of the requirements.
Right.
And then they're like, oh, I got to stop you from doing that.
Yeah.
And then
Bam!
pull it off.
So much fun. It's very gratifying
It's
too.
gratifying
because,
when, when you know that they know you're trying it, and then you still get it.
Yeah.
So they're trying to stop you. It's kind of like a mini game between the two players.
Right, I'm very excited just because I've seen, like you said, there's over 100 of these, and I think I've seen most of them, and there are some ones we haven't shown that are awesome. There's some ones we already have shown that are awesome. Like it's gonna be great.
And just like fatalities, like there's ones that are like, oh, where you cringe at, and then other ones where you just laugh and you're like,
Yeah.
that is awesome.
And that's why
Thank you.
I think I love that too, because Mortal Kombat is, there's the great gruesome fatalities, but there's also always a little bit of tongue-in-cheek comedy.
A little humor.
Kind of have to.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the thing.
And that is
It's
what
always
we
been part of Mortal Kombat.
Exactly.
Before I even worked on it.
Oh,
I'm gonna need that head back.
ouch!
Win.
Too easy.
But I'm excited to see how the fans start getting them and finding the ones that are the most. I don't love the word, but the most trolly
Oh,
to
yeah.
do to people.
There are some trolly ones that I really, really love. Alright.
Devora.
We also know that you guys want to see more characters too, like Ferritor. We want to show more off in the future, along with Devora, and we will definitely get to those as well, guys.
Yeah, we have all these things planned out, and we're gonna keep doing this stuff. But I know there are some characters like today we did Cassie. I know that Ferritor is definitely a popular character. I'd love to show that off. So we'll do that very soon too.
Kano,
Hello, my lovely.
you repulse us, hideous one.
Round 1. Fight.
Don't bugger.
Nice, nice. Do you have any swaggy stuff? Another word I don't like. But
Yeah, I don't know, man. I haven't played Devora in a while.
There we go. I'll just control it out.
I like to push you across the screen.
Brutality.
Oh, come, my child. Come back to mommy.
Feed my children.
That's right.
Oh, man, that's so good. Is that what she says? That's awesome.
Whatever things you can say. That's one of my favorites. It's like, this is awesome. Very,
It's-
aliens inspired.
It's very
like
unexpected.
very-
Yeah. Who we got? Who do I do next?
I'm gonna do Kung Lao.
Okay.
I think we may have hinted towards this one a little bit before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this one definitely, the message boards blew up after we first showed Kung Lao with his throw. People were thinking, hey, that must be a brutality, and like we just actually was just his throw.
We'll get back to it after a second.
A dead man walks.
You will know the sting of winter.
You have found your demise.
Round 1. Fight!
Yes, anyway, so he has the throw that everyone was kind of, when they saw, they showed a little tiny clip in a video.
Right, and people are sitting there as, you know, gets made of it all over the place and had its own.
Right. Like, is that a fatality? Is that a
its own
brutality?
Facebook page,
Right.
everything about it. Nick Castro's a special way on that one.
Right.
No, I really like this one too because we also kind of hinted towards this before. Like when we play against Nick, or not Nick, but Ray, and he's all about pressing the buttons, right?
This is like another one where some of the requirements may be just a button mash while you're doing the move. So
Right.
So for this one instance,
Kung Lao win.
smashing.
Just punches his head clean off, which is awesome.
Yeah. Oh gosh. And it just hangs there for.
That
a
was
little
one of
bit.
those moves that kind of just asked, okay, you have to make a brutality out of this. There's
Right.
nothing you can do about it.
Well, when that move got shown, one of my favorite parts of the job is like that after you show a video, seeing the stuff that people picked out that they loved, and Kung Lao's throw was one of the things they're like, oh my god, that's so good.
Everywhere.
So who we got next?
Oh, I'm gonna do Raiden real
Can you
quick
do
too.
something without a mask on?
Yeah. Let's do
We could do Quan Chi.
Quan Chi.
I like beating up on Quan Chi. Ooh, he deserves it.
World Marketplace. Yeah.
Show it off.
Show it off.
Nick spent a lot of time getting the face look just right on this one. I gotta make sure it gets right.
Sure.
One of his requests for the stream.
Quan Chi. My dark magics will overwhelm you.
Lightning cuts through the dark.
Round 1. Fight!
There we go. Uh-oh. I missed it.
I thought you were gonna show something off here.
I played Quan Chi when we first kind of put him out there, and then I just kind of forgot to.
And then I just forgot.
I got busy doing work stuff, and I forgot that okay, now he was drunk.
Now I'm just being mean.
Alright.
Alright.
Yeah, some brutality